Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I think it's a pretty cool seamless pattern done done the same way, just a little bit differently. And that's what I started with. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this rectangle or square and put it in the center of the page. And then I'm just going to draw straight lines. I did one the other day where I uh, drew curvy lines, and they don't have to be perpendicular. You can do anything you want. They don't have to go all the way through. The only thing I think would be better is not to have too many lines crossing like right there. Maybe separate the crosses like that right there would probably work. And maybe one more. And we'll see how that looks. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take see how big my rectangle is 14 inches. I'm going to change my nudge factor to 16. And I'm going to get this out of the way. And then I'm going to take these lines and I'm going to convert them to something other than a hairline. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to weld them. And then I'm going to go to object and convert the outlines to an object. And then I'm going to left click, right click, and I get that. And you can see how they're welded together. And they're not only welded together, it's all one group. So now I can put this back and we're going to use the intersect tool to intersect to get that. And now we can make this any size we want. We're going to make it 2 inches. And the advantage of having these to object now is that you won't, the line size doesn't change. But now I'm going to take the twirl tool. And as long as it's smaller than the outside of your box, you won't mess with the outside lines and they'll stay there. So I'm going to get somewhat in the middle and I'm going to twirl it just a little bit. See, I don't want to be on that edge. And then I'm going to actually make it maybe a little bit smaller and maybe go the other direction. Couple of spots. And that looks pretty good. Now we're at 2 inches, but this is one you cannot just make a duplicate and move it. Make my nudge factor 2 inches. Let's delete that so it won't cause problems later. You don't have to hit your calculator. You cannot just do that. And because we showed that the other day, the lines don't meet up. And I'm going to regret having that one line just so flat. But Control D, grab it, Control D, and then while holding down the control button, mirror it. See, now your lines match. Now you can just move it over because the opposite side will match. And then the same thing here, Control G, Control D, and then I am mirroring it, but I'm just bringing it down. That's a pretty unique design. I like the diamond shape. And then we could do this twice. Yeah, I regret having that one. No, I don't regret it, having that one vertical line. Now to get rid of all those lines, we're just going to grab them all and weld them. And look at that design. And then you can do anything you want to with it. Take it, let's make it yellow. Well, it made the actual wrong part yellow, but that's fine too. We can do both. Let's go up to object, make a box, black box, and that looks pretty good. But that's not really my intent. So I'm going to make a duplicate of that. I'm going to left click, right click, and now the difference is this is going to leak. So I want to just turn the line. So what I'm going to do is hold down the shift key and double click on the rectangle tool, and that put a box around. Now I can take my smart fill tool, set on yellow. I think yellow just, well, one, it shows up against the white for a second, but then when you put a black box, okay, it didn't fill in all the parts because it can't get to all the parts, which that's fine too. Just take your Smart Fill tool and fill in those 4 parts. Then we're going to go and take away the outline. So we're going to grab it and take away the outline by right-clicking. And now look at it. Totally 2 different looks. I don't like the vertical lines. I should have angled them a little more because there's 4 of them now. But I like you see the lines we twirled just kind of look like some sort of cobweb or something. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two. Thank you for watching.